I found 21 secrets to NBA 2K24 that you definitely need to know. I spent the last 30 days searching for as many things that I can find that will make you better at 2K and help you win more games. And at the end of this video, I want to know which one you like the most. This first secret was in NBA 2K23, but it's back in NBA 2K24. There's a super glitchy speed boost that you can do out of the triple threat position that is really hard to guard. I mainly do this move on the 1v1 court because you have more space and more time to do it since there's only one person guarding you instead of another person on the twos or two more people on the threes. And all you have to do is hold down your right trigger, flick your right stick left or right, whichever way you want to go, wait a second, and then push your left stick left or right into the same direction that you flicked your right stick in. All right, so I got the hand cam up and I'm going to show you how to do this triple threat speed boost glitch. So you're going to have the ball, you're going to hold down your right trigger, you're going to flick your right stick to whichever way you want to go. So right here, I'm going to my right. I'm going to flick my right stick to the right, and then right after, I'm going to follow my left stick to the right as well. So it's going to look like this. And you can see how much separation you create right there by doing that move. It is super glitchy on the ones. You can also do it on the twos or the threes, like I said, but it is a lot more effective on the ones court. If you didn't already know, Mike Wang did confirm that you get a 20% boost to your green window whenever you turn off your jump shot meter in NBA 2K24. And I know a lot of y'all probably keep your jump shot meter on so that you can know if you release a jump shot early or released it late. But if you go to your settings and put your shot feedback on all shots, you can see if your jump shot was early or late. And remember that for the next time you take a shot so you can get the feel to when to release it. But we're in 2K24 and taking off your meter is something you definitely need to be doing. With pro play getting put in the game, defense was supposed to get easier when it comes to controlling your player. But if you are still sliding around on defense like I was, try out these settings. All the most competitive locks in NBA 2K24 recommend that you set your defensive assist from 0 to 20. And if you don't know how this works, the higher you go, the more the game will assist you when it comes to playing defense. So it'll kind of pull you towards the person you're guarding, and then the lower you go, the more control you'll have over your player. So if you were to put your defensive assist all the way down to 0, 100% of the control is going to be on you, plus the delay you probably going to get from your controller and your internet. I personally use 20 because of delay, and I need the game to assist me a little bit. This next one is for my taller guards who are struggling to speed boost, especially when you try to speed boost to the same ball hand. All you want to do is put on Ja Morant hesitation, and every time you do a crossover, you're going to hesitate to that same side. So you're going to hold down your right trigger, and you're going to flick your right stick to the right or left, whichever way you want to cross over to. And then after you do that, you want to continue holding down your right trigger and flick your right stick diagonally up left or right to get that hezi, and you're going to speed boost out that same way. And if you play NBA 2K23, you remember that 2K added different shot timings. They were early, very early, late, and very late. But this year we have jump, set point, push, and release. So jump is basically very early, set point is early, push is late, and release is very late. On my taller builds with slower jump shots, I prefer to use push, but on my shorter builds with faster jump shots, I use release. I recommend going back and forth with push and release. I feel like those two are the most consistent, and see which one you like the best. Since we have cues this year instead of timings, you're going to want to rely more on looking at your player and looking when he's releasing the ball or when he's jumping off the ground to time your shots rather than using muscle memory. In this game, your player is going to get a bunch of different animations when he's shooting. So you want to be looking at your cue, whether that be push, whether it be release, whatever you decide to go with, you want to look at it so that you can shoot more consistently. Lethal zones were added in NBA 2K24. Just like every other 2K, we still got our cold, neutral, and hot zone. But this year we have lethal zones, and you really want to make sure you got them. 2K Labs did test, and at the edge of the green window, if you have a regular hot zone, you get a 34% boost to your green window. But with the lethal zone, that number goes all the way up to an 86% boost. Now, if you time your jump shot in the middle of the green window, it only goes from 84% to 86%. I'm guessing because that's an easier timing. But the main thing we want to gain from lethal zones is that boost on the edge of the green windows. And you can only get your lethal zones in the Art of Shooting gym. So you'll go in, you'll choose 2 spots, and make sure that you choose 2 spots that are already hot zones so that you can turn those to lethal. You can't get lethal zones all around the court. You can only get 2 spots. So pick your favorite 2 spots and get those lethal zones. You can only do workouts in the Art of Shooting gym once a week, and your lethal zones reset every week. So make sure that you stay on it. But a fast method to get your hot zones so that you have them ready when it's time to get your lethal zones is by going to the Gatorade facility and playing 1v1 with a friend and have them let you score all the points in the spot you want to get a hot zone in. To get a neutral zone to a hot zone, it's going to take you 2 games in a 1v1 court, so 2 games of 21. And no, you cannot get lethal zones in the Gatorade facility. You have to go to the Art of Shooting gym. If you are a guard, this is definitely something you want to do, and that is adjust your pass settings. All you need to do is go over to your controller settings, go to pass target direction, distance, and openness. And I recommend putting openness all the way up to a 98. But you can also go openness at 80 and then direction at 18. You never really want to touch pass distance. Majority of the time, I use icons, but until you get used to using the icons, use these settings. In the past, you can throw passes down court automatically using R1 and L1. I'm not sure why 2K took it out the game, but this year you can only throw the ball down the court by using your icons, in case you didn't know. Stamina is super important this year. It affects shooting, dribbling, and defense. So you want to make sure that you have that extra stamina bar. And I'm going to show you which workouts are the easiest to do so that you get at least 3 stars for all the workouts. So you want to do the the squat rack, the treadmill, the battle ropes, the sprints, and the ladders. These are the easiest drills to do to get 3 stars. I get 4 stars on all these drills, so getting 3 should be easy. And if you want to get another extra Gatorade bar that you've probably seen people have, you have to buy all 3 Gatorade items and it'll give you 2 extra stamina bars. Here's another tip for my guards. The dribble glitch from 2K23 is back in 2K24, but it's done a little bit different, so I'm gonna show you how to do it. So the way you did the speed glitch last year was holding down your right trigger and then hold your right stick diagonally down left or right. But this year you want to hold down your right trigger and then hold your right stick up, and you're gonna hop forward like that. And once you hop forward like that, the speed glitch is activated. So certain moves I'm doing, like that pullback right there I just did, you can see I'm kind of gliding. It's a lot more glitchy when you do these moves once you activate that speed glitch. It's very simple to do, so go crazy with it. Another guard tip is the L2 cancel. This move lets you speed boost one way, and while you're running in that direction, you can tap L2 and cancel out of your sprint and immediately change directions. I'll pull up the hand cam and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, the L2 cancel is by far my most favorite move to do in this game, so let me show you how to do it. So first we're gonna do it out of the Trae Young escape. First thing you wanna get down to the Trae Young escape, hold down your right trigger, flick diagonally up left or right, it's gonna give you that move right there. And if you didn't know, you can speed boost off of this move. So you're gonna do it and you're gonna run off of it. You're gonna get that speed boost right there. All right, so once I hit this Trae Young, I'm gonna hold down my left trigger and I'm gonna count to 2. Once I hit 2, I'm gonna continue to hold down my right trigger, let go of L2 and flick my right stick diagonally back to the opposite way. So it's gonna look like this. So that's the way you do it out of the Trae Young. You can also do it out of the behind the back. So I'm using Jamal Murray. I'm gonna cross over, speed boost, and then I'm hit the Jamal Murray. Same way, you wanna cross over, sprint. While you're sprinting, you're gonna hold down your left trigger and count to 2. Once you hit 2, you're gonna let go of the left trigger and then do the move you wanna do to cancel out of your sprint. So this is what it looks like with the Jamal Murray. So I'm gonna run this way, hold down, and then behind the back right there. So you probably already know that jump shot bases have green windows, but 2K Labs also found out that we have green windows in our jump shot releases. So you could be using a base that has a huge green window, but on the other hand, you're using a release that has a small green window. So go check out 2K Labs to find the best releases with the biggest green windows. Another new feature that 2K added this year is motion styles. And with certain motion styles, you're able to move faster off ball. For my guards, I recommend going with Elite, and if my wings and my big man, I recommend going with Dennis Rodman or PJ Tucker. You might have loaded up 2K24 and notice that you cannot get certain animations that you could last year, like the Trae Young dribble pull up, the Michael Jordan dribble style, and the Michael Jordan dunk package, just to name a few. This year, if you want those animations along with a few others I did not mention, you have to hit starter 3, so good luck. Next is something that is a huge W for 2K, and that's adding permanent rep to Pro-Am 3v3s and 5v5s. So you have 5 different levels. Bronze, which you get nothing for. Silver, that'll give you a plus 10% boost to your rep at 50 wins. Gold is plus 25 at 100 wins. Platinum, plus 50% at 150 wins, and permanent double rep at diamond at 250 wins. I know I mentioned this earlier, but you want to go to your settings and turn on shot feedback for all shots. Doing this will let you know when you're releasing your jump shot early or late, and then you can adjust it for your next shot. This is more so for my PlayStation players. I'm not sure if it works on Xbox, but if you hold down the home button on PlayStation, you will refresh your frames and be less likely to spike whenever you shoot. Last year in NBA 2K23, Accelerator was by far the best perk to use, but this year it's not as good as it was, so the perk you want to be using is Sponge. And what Sponge does, it increases your takeover meter. Anytime any of your teammates do anything good, your takeover is gonna go up. Being able to shoot in this game is a secret in itself, so if you want some of the best jump shots for every build and every height, click on this video on the screen and I'll see you over there.